we're about to kick things off here with Daryl Noble as our ref.
Collin Johns serving to Irina Tereschenko and Joey Farias. Players ready? 0-0-2.
Here we go.
Sure.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you think that was a strategy, or do you think that ball just didn't come up very much?
No, I think that was a good way to start the game, just to establish that that's there. I can do that at any time, and you got to be aware of it, and you got to be able to get there. Quite a statement.
Joey looking especially focused here this morning.
He does look focused, man. He's locked in.
He's got a great partner. She's as athletic as anybody you'll see out here on the court. Of course, Joey has a monster one-handed backhand. I believe that's his signature shot. He has many, many deadly shots, but that is one of his best shots, is a backhand down the line. He rips it with a lot of top spin. That comes from a big background in tennis. Irina Tereschenko comes from a big background in tennis as well. She played college tennis at Texas Tech for anybody, or Texas Tech. That was correct. See, there's the athleticism that you see. She poached from the backhand side, and Joey covered her on the other side. Nice point there.
That's a communication with your partner and letting them know where you're going to be and where you want them to be.
It's just instincts, I think. They've played so many matches. They just kind of know. Joey using his signature GX6 gearbox paddle.
I love the sound it makes when it hits the ball.
That sound right there.
It's a distinct sound.
Yeah, right.
It's like he's hit that shot once or twice with that gearbox.
What if they did it on purpose? Because you go up to a court and you're like, somebody's got a gearbox.
That's right. It's very distinct. Irina Tereschenko is playing with the new Paddle Tech paddle, that the new design, I should say, they came out with recently, and it looks beautiful. Love the color scheme there.
1-3-1.
If you look across the net, Collin Johns in the blue Prince shirt is playing with the red and black Prince paddle. And then Athena, his partner's playing with also the new branded Paddle Tech paddle. Blue, where Irina is playing with the purple. I don't know if they need an actual out call for that one. They hit the white banner in the back, back there.
Lookout call.
Have an early lead here for Joey Farias and Irina Tereschenko.
3-1-2.
For anybody that may not know, Collin Johns was a professional tennis player when he was a little bit younger, but he's taken on pickleball, and actually his younger brother of 6 years is Ben Johns, #1 player in the world.
The Ben Johns.
The Ben Johns. If you hear the name Ben Johns and you don't know who we're talking about, you should probably do some homework and watch a little more pickleball.
Been living under a rock.
And emulate him.
If you don't know who Scott Golden is, that's okay. That's really no big deal. No big deal. You can live under a rock and be okay. But if you don't know Ben Johns and you claim to know pickleball, then we might have a problem. Boy, that was a great shot.
That was interesting.
That backhander rolled it right past Irina. She looked like she kind of leaned towards the middle a little bit, and then Collin utilized that little space he had there. Not a great idea to lob Irina Tereschenko. I mean,
Yep.
just in general.
That's in her wheelhouse right there. You can see how the fluidity of the swing.
She's tall. She's
Drilled it.
powerful. She's got a high jump to her.
And coming from the tennis background, that's just natural for them to smash that ball like that. That's more like it right there. That's what you got to do right there.
One, 4-1.
There's Joey's backhand.
Wow.
See how powerful
God.
that one-handed backhand is?
We got a good angle on it here, and you can see the ball just jump down.
Absolutely. He's wicked with that backhand. I think Joey was trying to let her know to let that ball fly and hit the backstop, but she grabbed it. And then what happens is when you grab a ball when your partner's yelling out, then you kind of freeze for just a second, and then they usually capitalize and take advantage of that next shot. Boy, that's a good recovery off the net there for Joey. Athena not afraid to pull the trigger. You will see her dink steady. She's got a great dink game, but she will pull the trigger at any point and will try to take chances to try to win some points here. And they're going to need that. They're going to need her to pull the trigger and try to win some of those 50-50 balls and those kind of unsuspecting deceptive shots. Like that one right there. On cue. Thank you, Athena.
Athena played tennis at Michigan State.
Absolutely.
And Simone Jardim was her coach. And apparently Athena's name, got tagged there.
Yeah.
Athena's name is actually on the wall in the field house there, where she was recognized for having, I believe, the most number of tennis wins for Michigan State.
Wow. That's incredible.
If you have a hard time knowing how to pronounce your last name, just say Trouillot.
True, yo.
Trouillot.
I can say
yo.
that. True, yo.
Yep.
2-5-1.
2-5-1. There's an attempted backhand Ernie from Irina, and the reason she feels comfortable doing that is because she's got Joey Farias as her partner, or Farias, if you will. And she feels comfortable because if the ball gets put back in the middle of the court, he's there to reset it for him and give her time to get back, so she's not going to put herself in a bad spot there. It's a good drive by Collin.
So, Scott, talk to me about that. What makes that such a good drive where it's even hard for somebody like Irina to properly block that back?
Well, they're stacking with Joey in the middle and his forehand in the middle. So when they're have an odd numbered score, she's having to return the ball and then cross the court to get that. And so Collin, recognizing that she's still in flight, in movement, he's going to drive that right into her body, into her chest. And it's just when your eyes and everything are just moving up and down while you're trying to transition, it's a tough shot to stabilize that paddle and to put that ball back over the net soft. So that's why he took advantage of that. And even for a pro, it can be tough at times. Did you see how Collin took that ball below the net and rolled it? Joey recognized it. He saw it, and he got his forehand on it, just hit it long. But that was impressive how he rolled that ball from below the net like that. See how they're switching right there? Joey's coming over. See, Joey was able to hit a deep enough return that he was actually able to get set up just before the paddle hit the ball hit his paddle. That's going to help because then he's stable when he goes to hit that ball.
4-5-1.
See, she recognized it too. She
Yep.
drove it, and she did an awesome job of rolling that ball with pace, but also dipping, changing elevation on Irina, which she did get the ball back over, but then the next ball hit, she didn't get, so worked out in their favor.
Second serve.
You can tell the pros are working hard, boy. They're sweating, and everybody's competing at a high level, so this is fun to watch these guys go at it. These mixed doubles teams. This is really high level pickleball right here. Oh, look at the crowd getting into it. Another one. Oh, He tried to lob again, but Athena able to play some defense there.
Yeah, that's 2 lob attempts on Athena by Collin there, and I don't know if those have been the wisest choices.
So he's got 3 options. He could choose to lob Joey. He could choose to lob Irina, or he could choose not to lob there probably. And I think maybe that third option would be the better option.
The lob's effective, but it can be very risky too.
I think he's trying to keep the ball in, right, because he doesn't want to give a free point away. But it's a very fine line because if you don't hit that ball just perfect, it's going to get smashed, put home. All right, did you see that? Joey had a foot fault there. He's calling the foot fault on the initial step, not afterwards. So if you, just to clarify that, if you take a step on the line or inside the kitchen and then leap, even if you land outside the kitchen, that's still a fault. It's your momentum is going to carry you from that, and he's calling the foot fault there. Joey disagrees, but he's nothing he can do here. Just got to move on.
Shake it off.
Both teams playing great right now. I mean, this is a back-and-forth battle. You see the score's very close, tightly contested. And Joey's got a look on his face right now. You know, he's got to just shake that off, like Eddie said, move on, and continue to play hard here for his partner and for himself.
6-5-1.
6-5-1. For anybody watching at home, if you see Joey's hand open like that, like 5 fingers on his back. Oh, wow. Did you see how
just
That was wicked.
But did you see how Collin came all the way over in front?
Yeah.
And Joey recognized immediately the only shot that Collin had was to go straight across. So he just ripped his backhand back across Collin out of position there. That's really, really intelligent play by Joey Farias.
Real quick, I want to address, we've had a couple questions come through on Facebook about do we know when the next matches are starting, and, you know, are there technical difficulties and stuff like that coming on when we're waiting? Just to give a little clarity, what's happening is we have pools, right? And sometimes if the match is going on the other court and one of the teams from there is supposed to be on this court and that's going a little bit long, there's going to be a slight delay in that. But what we'll be doing is posting the schedule and letting you know the order in which the matches are going to be played. If there are technical issues or we have another rain delay, we'll do the best we can at also communicating that. But we're not going to have one of those today, are we, Scott?
No way, Jose. If you look at the sky right now, there's some scattered, partly cloudy day type of situation. But no, we're not having any more rain. We have done our Indian rain dances before we got here this morning, and we're gonna just rock on here. That's a good dink because it's deep into the body of Joey. Joey couldn't decide right there if he wanted to take it out of the air or let it bounce, and as a result, he, what we call, yipped it. And that one was a well-placed ball as well. Joey tried to grab it out of the air there, but just no success with that.
7-6-1.
Again, another deep dink right there by Collin and Athena, really pushing them off that kitchen line. One thing that you got to realize about these pros is they don't dink without purpose. You know, if you're dinking without purpose, you need to take some lessons and get some clarity on what you need to be doing, because it's called dinking with a purpose. And when you watch these dinks, it may look basic and it may look like, oh, they're hitting that ball just soft over the net. No, it's left foot, right foot, moving them inside and outside. Maybe if Joey or Collin's getting too aggressive towards the middle, you might take a dink and put it back to their left foot to pull them back, to keep them honest is what we say. So you're going to see a lot of strategy in the dinking. So if you think it looks boring or it's not effective, I assure you it is, and it's a high-level thing. And if you've ever tried, Eddie or Jeff, to try to place that ball exactly where you want it to go, soft with finesse, it's not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's a challenge, that's for sure. I don't know about you, Jeff. The
ball may be only rotating, once or twice, 360, 720 degrees, but just that little twist, backspin, topspin, side spin, make all the difference in the shot.
For sure. It's a Good drive by Collin. Then he comes up and rips.
Wow.
See, that's the athleticism that you see at a Collin Johns, because he rips his third and he didn't wait around to see what they were going to do with it. He went ahead and just attacked and got the ball he wanted to put away. So that time Collin comes all the way over, but he made a better decision not to speed it up at Joey this time. So you see how people, when you're watching, if you watch, they make adjustments. Collin chose to still come over like he did the first time, but the first time he ripped into Joey's backhand and Joey put it away on him. Second time, dinked it soft. He kept it unattackable. It's a big difference there. All right, that's a great shot by Irina. Putting it at the feet of Athena there.
He makes it look like it's attackable, and then it disappears.
Absolutely.
Second serve. 6-11-2.
Got a little disparity in the score right now, but I promise you, Irina and Joey are going nowhere. They're struggling just a tad at the moment. They don't seem to have a great rhythm, but they will get going inevitably. With the game to 15, you're going to see some ebbs and flows and some momentum swings. I promise you it's coming. They're not just going to lay down and go away. So we'll see what happens here. It's not a great decision by Collin Johns to speed that ball up, especially to the middle where Joey's Gearbox GX6 was waiting happily. Collin knew it too. As soon as he knew it hit it, he knew he made a mistake there. One thing I love about watching Irina play, she's so smooth with everything she does.
Everything's so fluid, right? It seems like it flows so well.
It's magnificent. She's just an awesome player in general, but just her style and her technique is spot on at all times. Oh, friendly roll there for Athena. See how Collin comes over still, but he's not speeding it up on that ball to Joey. He recognizes, like, if I am over that far and I speed that ball up from low to high, Joey's just going to sit on it and just going to punish it. So pretty smart decision there. And just like I suspected, there's a pushback from Irina and Joey. They've reeled it in to within 3, and I promise you they are not going to go anywhere. This game will be a match down to the wire to 15, and it'll be a battle all along the way.
Well, all morning we've had games like that, 15, 13. It's been amazing pickleball out here. I know you tuned in, streaming live. And,
yeah, I was watching.
But boy, it's amazing live, these pro players.
Yeah, I mean, me and Eddie laughed about it, on Friday with the singles and the athleticism that has to take place on the court with singles, and it's like they could probably beat us 2-on-1. You know what I mean? Like, oh wait, they actually did.
No,
I'm just kidding.
What are you trying to say?
They would have beat me 2-on-1 too. Don't you worry about it. But it's just the pure athleticism, right, Jeff? I mean, watching it is incredible.
Well, they could have chose any sport and been at a high level pros, but we're blessed with having them choose pickleball. This is incredible.
Yeah, and there's a couple reasons they chose pickleball. Number one, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Funnest game ever.
And any pro you talk to is going to tell you that. The word fun is going to come out of their mouth. Number two is they can be a top 20 or 30 player in pickleball in the world with relative, short period of time. Relatively short period of time. Where in tennis, if you don't start by 3 or 4 years old, you're behind the 8 ball. And may never ever make it to the big show. So that's a very appealing to all these pros as well. And then the money's starting to get really, really good. We're playing for a $100,000 cash prize here this weekend at the World Pickleball Championship, and that's thanks to Jan David, who's the mastermind and the backbone of this whole event. Without his vision and his excitement for pickleball and to see it grow in the whole world across the globe, this really honestly wouldn't be possible. So thank you, Jan, for that vision. Oh, did y'all see that? Who else saw that right there?
Yeah.
That was awesome. The referee got out of the way.
Yeah, well, the ref was smart to get out of the way for sure. But We'll talk about that in a second too, as far as the ref getting in the way, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the ref is part of the court, and if it hits the ref, I believe it's just dead.
I know that's the way in basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Jeff. That's right. And I don't think it's a redo. I think you got to avoid the referee, or he's got to try to avoid you as well.
You don't want to try a bank shot off him.
No, definitely not. Or an Ernie
Right.
and smash into him either.
Sign out.
And they're trained. I'll be honest, they're trained. They go through training to do this, and they are trained to get out of the way if there's going to be an Ernie attempt or something like that.
It's a little change in momentum here. We have 11-13 now.
Just like we talked about.
Serve. 11-13.
I think it was 11-6 when I started talking about them making a comeback.
7 points later, you finish talking about it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. It's true. Thanks, Eddie. Always welcome to have Eddie call me out. That's what good friends are. That's what. Yeah. That's what good friends do. Collin's there. He read it like a book. He just did not execute.
Thirteen, 12-1.
13-12. They've all of a sudden taken the lead.
Point.
Okay, Athena asked Collin timeout, and he says no. 14-12-1. Personally, I would have taken a timeout, but that's not our decision, is it?
That came up last game. Whether to take a timeout or when to.
I think it's always good to take a timeout when you're down 14-12.
Okay.
Second serve.
14-12, and you want that last one. What about early in the game?
Only early in the game if if the other team jumps out to like a 4 or 5 or 6-0 lead, and you just need to stifle that momentum and kind of keep them from just running away with it. I would say 4-0, 5-0 would be a good time to call a timeout.
So obviously, Collin and Athena really need to stay in this point here to get a chance at winning.
Sure, it's game over if they don't. So I find it interesting they did not use a timeout after that.
Oh, nice reset there by Athena.
Yeah, very smooth. That was just a quick decision to pull the trigger. Probably not the best decision when you're down 14-12 not serving. However, she chose to do it, and that's a wrap. Guys, thank you so much for that. That was awesome to watch. Jeff, Eddie, always fun. All right, guys, we're live here with Athena, Trouillot, and Collin Johns. You guys came up just a little short at the end there, but you guys jumped out to an early lead. You looked confident, looked like you had a great game plan. What changed there at the end?
I think it was just a few loose errors, but I think overall we played really well. It was our first time playing together, and we meshed really well. We were communicating, so just a couple points here and there was the difference.
Absolutely. I noticed, this is just little things that I noticed as the game flows on. One time you had come over and you sped a ball up on Joey and he put a backhand away. And the next time, I was talking about this, how pros make adjustments. The next time you did still come over, but then you chose to take a soft shot. Talk about the mindset in that and making those adjustments on the fly, just recognizing those things.
Yeah, it's really important when you're playing against the top-level players. I mean, you pull the trigger on the wrong shot, they're going to make you pay. So you got to pick your times wisely, and that's what I tried to do, but came up a little short. That's all right.
I love it, guys. Is that y'all's first game of the flight? Okay, congratulations. Good luck on the next round, and we'll see you guys next time, okay? Thanks, guys. All right, we're going to get Irina and Joey to come over here. All right, we got the awesome Joey Farias and Irina Tereschenko. Guys, Irina, if you'll step in just a little. Guys, y'all started out maybe just a little slower, kind of off to a slower start, but you guys really got going. I remember saying at 11-6 when you were down 11-6, they're going to use a timeout. They're not going to go away. They're going to make their adjustments. What did you guys do to make an adjustment and come back and win that game?
I think a big part is right now with the wind is the side of court that we're on. Still have to get used to this right side of the court for us, playing kind of, I guess, with the wind a little bit, and just leaving some dinks high, putting some balls long early on, and then we got to go to the other side with a closer score at 8-6, and we're able to, adjust and use the wind to our advantage, get them to miss a couple balls long and leave their dinks a little higher.
Absolutely. Irina, when you guys are down 11-6 and then you start to make that run to come back and win the game to 15, do you guys talk and communicate on the court to make adjustments, or do you guys just kind of feel it out and just kind of flow with it?
Well, I just was reminding myself of the song that Joey sent me this morning. What was it, Joey?
I believe it was "I Have Your Back" or something like that. So always have her back, no matter where we're at on the court.
I love it.
So yeah, just gotta hang in there, and you know that your partner will catch up, and we stay strong together.
Do you guys, when you're down like that, do you even question, like, what do we need to do to I mean, is there any doubt that you can come back and win? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, there's never a doubt. I mean, especially out here, there's so many runs in pickleball that all it takes is 1 or 2 kind of key points to get us going, and we can run off 6 or 7 points in a row, no problem. So
That's awesome. All right, guys, congratulations on your big win there. We'll see you guys the next round, and I hope you guys make it to the quarterfinals. All right, thanks, guys. All right, guys, that was a great interview with both teams. We appreciate their time and their energy to do that with us, and we're going to be back to the action at the World Pickleball Championships here in Punta Gorda, Florida.